Said that's a good enough reason. It's hot out, this bitch feeling like killer season, yeah. Said that's a good enough reason. It's hot out, this bitch feeling like killer season, yeah.
DJ Astonish, and I'm joined with the one and only Doley Bernays, my dog. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. What's the word?
Yo, man. Well, do you know what? We finally connect because this is something that we were supposed to do quite a while ago. I had to touch down with you, dog, because, you know, like I say, man, I know you're a real cat, man. Like, you're not just some guy coming in the music scene. I know you're hustling, grinding out there, man, on the underground, man. So it's only right, man. And I always support, you know, I always have a saying, man, real recognizes real. So, you know what I mean? I recognize your real shit, man.
I appreciate that for sure.
So tell me, dog, man, where are you originally from, man?
I'm from New York. I'm from the Bronx. Uptown in the Bronx. Born and raised, yeah.
Yo, man, well, I can definitely tell that in the music, man. You got that tradition, you got that real traditional fucking Bronx sound, man. 100, man. Tell me, man, what was it like growing up, man, in the Bronx for Doley, man?
Shit. For me, it was cool. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know anything different. So it was just like, it was what I was used to. Yeah. Growing up and meeting other people and shit from other places and shit, it's like, oh yeah, it was kind of wild. I didn't look at it like that when I was growing up because it was just like regular shit. Like, I was outside every day from I was like 8, 9 years old, like outside all day. I seen damn near everything under the sun up there. So it's like, I feel like it was essential for me growing up to become the person I was, you know what I mean? Personally, like, I got a son now. I don't let him go near shit I was doing growing up, but I had to go through it, you know what I mean?
I hear you, man. Or to, you know what I mean, build the future for the young one, man. It's
about legacy, you know?
100, man. So tell me, man, music, man, where did music come into your life?
Real shit, it was just always been there forever. Like, I was the youngest, so I was always taking like my older sister's CDs and shit, listening to those. Like, I heard like Kanye West's first album. I found Kanye West's album just on the fucking kitchen table in my mom's crib and was like, I just like the cover art. I was like, damn, this shit dope. What is this? As soon as I put that shit in, I heard drug dealing just to get by. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, but that was like how I used to find so much music. Like, even before that, in the tape era and shit like that. Because I'm a 90s baby. So it was like, when I was like 4 or 5, fucking All in the Family, Puff Daddy. My sister bought me Harlem World, made shit on tape. Like, I had all of that shit. So I was one of them kids. I'm in the living room recording Hot 97 on a tape, then rewinding that shit back after listening to the music. So I was just always fucking obsessed with that shit, honestly. Whether it was rap, whether it was R&B, like, I was always listening to Donell Jones, shit like that as a kid. Like, I just love music, period.
Yeah, for real, man.
So yeah,
you know,
been in me.
You know, listening to your music and talking to you, man, I always get the vibe that you're like this old school nigga at heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, just switched on. Like, I can tell you gone seen and heard shit. Do you know what I mean? In order for your head to be have the light bulb, because, you know, not everybody has a light. Not everybody has a light bulb in their head, man. Like, do you know what I mean? I can tell yours is switched on, dog. So, when did you messing about with music come into play, man? Like, obviously you've always done it, but when did it turn to, right, I want to try and do something with this shit?
Well, like, as a teenager, when I was like in high school and shit, like, people just always fucked with me on some music shit. So it's like, but I was never like making it on some like, let's try to have a career out of this. It was more like I was freestyling and shit here and there. People hear me freestyle. Then MySpace came out. And once MySpace was out and shit, I was dropping like freestyle songs on other people's beats. And them shit was just going crazy on MySpace, really. People were just reaching out to me and shit like that. And I still ain't take it serious. Then around like 2013, around the blog era, I had dropped one tape. Because I didn't know. You gotta understand, like, I'm from the Bronx. And a lot of people, it's like, a lot of people from New York, when you're like from the Bronx, from Brooklyn, Queens, wherever you from, and you from like housing, like the projects, most of the time you're not going to like Soho and shit like that. You feel me? Like, I was damn near in my 20s when I realized, what the fuck, the rap games in Soho? Like, that's where all the execs and shit that you need to, I was like, that's weird, but whatever. So it was like around then, people started telling me like, yo, you need to be going down to Soho, meeting up with these people, going to like Santos and Tammany Hall, shit like that. So I started going down there a little bit more, like meeting people. And I had a lot of shit that people like to indulge in and shit. So I got cool with a lot of people. And then I dropped one tape, ended up on like every blog, like, and I got like an 8 on Pitchfork. So it's like people just out of nowhere just started treating me like I was a real rapper out of nowhere. So it's just like, but then I had my son and all that, and I kind of fell back for years off the music shit, but I still had all my connects. So I just, like in 2018, just recently came back because I was still making music, I just wasn't putting it out. And then in 2019, my brother had died, and it was just like, I really started flooding because that's all he wanted me to do. He used to be so mad at me. He used to be like, yo, why the fuck you not dropping no music? I didn't take it serious. I just had a bunch of people around me doing it. You know what I'm saying?
So would you say
that's
this
kind of like now where I got into, now it's like, yo, 100%. We in there 200%.
Yeah, I mean, that was going to come to my next question. So would you say now this is the time we're going to start seeing some longevity from y'all?
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to do at least like another 5-10 years of people just being like, yo, he's that boy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're trying to get it to the next level by next year. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
really
I hear you, man.
This shit.
Well, you're how old are you, if you don't mind me asking, dog?
30.
30, yeah, man. So we're the same era, more or less. I'm 28, man. So we're around the same era, man. So like, so that, you've seen the transformation of, we were in that era, that transformation of moving into the new social media world to what it is today, from, like you say, MindSpace, the blogging world. But also like being a rapper from the streets, from the Bronx, man, anyone who's from the hood, man, we know that you have to have your people behind you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you build the underground scene. So there's a lot of people that get caught up in the crowd, like, look at the social media figures and they look on the Instagram and think, oh, they know it all about the artists. But there's more going off, because as an artist, you come from a place, you come from an environment where it starts on the streets. So, you're talking about mixtapes and all that, man. You're putting out the mixtapes. This is how I know that you are old dog, because I did my research on you. I don't interview no one out there on my research, man. So I know, man, I know that, you know what I mean? I know that you've been in this game forever. So you've got the latest project out now, man, which has been long overdue, man, a real project, man, rating it. Absolutely rating it, man. And you came back with that fashion.
Appreciate that.
Yo, man, honestly, dog, like you came back, man, with a sound, man, a sound of its own. And, an authentic sound at that. So, which I think lacks nowadays in music, in hip hop, particularly, man. That real rap.
Yeah. Because I'm definitely like, as far as the sound part, it's like, I'm trying to make something that's going to last for a long time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, even in the trailer I had put up for Is It Cold Yet for the EP, when I literally that's a real conversation I was having with somebody, an older dude that does like film and stuff like that. And we was just talking about the longevity of it, of like, it's like, yo, even if they don't get it now, I know I'm spitting some honest, true shit. Like, there's motherfuckers that's might not even have grown into it yet to get it yet. And there's people that might not have gone through it, things in life that'll make them get it yet. You know what I mean? Because it's like, one of my favorite songs ever is Jay-Z, This Can't Be Life, with him, Beanie Siegel, and Scarface. And through my life, literally, I've had different favorite verses on that. But Scarface is one of my favorite rappers. Hov is one of my favorite rappers too, and Beanie. That's 3 of my favorite rappers on one song. So it always switched up. But as I got older, it was like, damn, I always thought Jay-Z had a good verse, but I thought his was the weakest. But I was like, as I got older, I had to grow into Jay-Z's verse. Then I was like, oh shit, no, he's talking for real. Like, now I live through what he's talking about. So that has taught me, like, yo, you just got to be honest. You got to be real with this shit. Because eventually, like, people gonna go through it or have something that reminds them that when they hear the music, it puts them in a calm place or just makes them feel like, oh, somebody gets it. Because that's how I used to feel listening to Hov and Nas and shit.
For real, man. And it's refreshing in today's generation when I hear sounds like, I mean, we have got the rappers out there, but I think there's this whole clout thing in the industry now with this certain auto-tune sound. You know what I'm saying, like, and they go on. There's some tunes that they bop, but as a DJ, it's like there's an expiry date to that shit. You know what I'm saying? there's an expert, you know, it fits in, and some, you know, some of it lasts. But one thing that you can never, I think, take from real authentic hip hop and real rap, man, is that it's poetry at its finest, at its raw state. And, you know, when I listen to your shit, man, it you know, it's got that vibe to it, man. It's got the, like I say, the Jay-Z's, the Nas's of, you know what I mean, of today's era, man, with the fresh sound. So musically, man, how often do you make music?
Like, honestly, I go on sprees. Like, I literally, because I record myself a lot. Most of the time I'm recording myself. So it's like, I go on sprees. Like, I remember during the pandemic, like around the time I made like Hard Raising Black Boys and stuff like that, I went on like a 90-day where I told myself I'm gonna record at least 2 songs a day, whether I like them or not. And then at the end of the shit, I'm gonna just go back and listen and see what I like. And so I be on it like that. Like, I try to, but then sometimes I'll go like a month without recording anything, just to like, you know, just to live. Like right now I'm in that space where it's just like, I just put out a project. I'm about to live for a little bit because I got an album done literally, like, that's why I put the EP out, because I'm getting people ready for the album that we just finished recording. I probably finished that like last month. So I'm about to drop that, a full-length project, sometime early in the first quarter. So I've been on some like, let me just chill back, live a little bit. And then I'm gonna record, see if I can add anything new to that, or if I start a whole new project. But yeah, I just go off inspiration, because at any given time, I don't have to call nobody to be like, yo, I need an engineer, or I'm gonna just get up and record myself. All I need is the beat. So I record a lot.
Yo, man, you know, you're talking about like, you obviously your brother passed, and you know how he wanted you to do this. It's kind of like giving you the drive now to really like push it. But like, what is your motive for doing it? Like, more than anything, like, what is your main purpose that you're trying to achieve with your music?
Honestly, yo, it's like everybody, of course, you want to get paid in anything you do. One, it's like, it's what I love to do. So it's like, I always felt like, yo, you have to find a way to get paid to do what you love. So that's always been my thing since like my 20s, like early 20s, like, yo, just get paid to do what you love. But the rap game is an interesting thing that I had to learn. Like, the worst position to be in this industry, for me, at least for an artist like me, is to have like labels or people that can help you feel like you need them. Because then they're going to try to tell you like, oh, what music works and the reason why you're not making money off this music. But I learned that, yo, you come into the game with your own bread, you have a way to get money without actually selling records and shit. You can make whatever you want, and you just have to find the fan base. So right now it's just about putting out the best music I can, the most honest music, and building that real fan base around it. That's like my goal. That's like my short-term goals. But long-term, I'm trying to have classic albums out, man. I'm trying to have classic albums out. Like, I love doing film too. So it's like, even if I don't get necessarily the richest through music, as long as I know I put classic music out, this is what I love to do. That's really it. And keep my masters to pass down to my son. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trying to make them worth something.
Yeah, for real, man. How hard would you say it is being a rapper growing up in the Bronx, man, and trying to stay focused and do what you want to do in this music game, man?
Shit, I didn't. Like, I dropped the tape in 2013, and then I was very unfocused. I didn't even start making, like, going back into it till like around 2017, 2018. So it's like, it's hard. And I feel like even if you're not from the Bronx, if you're from anywhere and you don't necessarily have the funding or the family that has the money to put into you, or somebody that has money to put into you, it's super difficult. It's like, because you have to make decisions. Like, you're gonna have to be sometimes like, yo, I gotta pay rent. I gotta take care. If you have a kid, I had a kid since I was in high school. So it's like, I don't even know what it's like to be an adult without raising somebody. So it's like, you gotta make decisions. And a lot of times I just felt like, yo, the decision to take care of family, take care of home was more important than like paying for a video or trying to achieve the rap shit. So I kind of fell back and was like, yo, let me figure out the family shit first. And then the extras went to rap. So now I'm at a point where it's like, nah, everything got to go to this. We figured this shit out. You got the balance. Everything got to go to this now. So that's where I'm at with it now. But I think that's anywhere. I think that's anywhere if you don't actually have the funding, because it takes money.
100, man. And when you're, yeah, for real, man, when you're not a part of the system, if you know where I'm coming from, is, you know, yo, man, it's designing us to fail at achieving what we want to achieve. Because like you say, man,
Exactly.
we got to focus on putting bread on the table. If you've got family to feed, well, then that's going to be a priority.
Exactly.
So yo, man, it's a hustle, and I completely hear you, man. You know what I mean? It's same out here, man. So, you know, it's always interesting to hear how people answer that question, dog. What now, man? I relate fully. So now you got some you time, then it's fair to say.
Yeah, I would say that because it's like my son is 13 now, so it's like it's a little bit. I could bring him with me anywhere. Right? Like he comes to the studio with me. Like if I gotta go shoot a video, he's with me. Like he could be. If I gotta go out, he's good. Like I don't gotta worry about like yo, I need babysitters or this type of stuff because he's like more mature now. He's older, so it's like I could. And he's on some like yo, dad, go rap. Like you better than all these people. Go rap. Like yo, look what you do. So it's like. That's what mattered most to me. You feel me? Like I was more like, yo, I just wanted to make sure that my son knew who his father was, and like I was a big figure in his life. So it was like that was more important to me between like 2013 and like 2018, 19. You know what I mean? Because he was born in 2008. So it's like I always wanted to be close to him.
When you make music, then, man, do you write it or do you freestyle it? How does your process come about?
I write. I like to write, but sometimes I freestyle first just to get the flows in, like because sometimes I need to feel what the beat is doing, and being that I record myself, it's a lot easier for me to just start off by freestyling and then tighten it up with the writing. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm like in a studio with somebody else, I just get straight to writing because I trust in my pen. I know it's not going to fail me. So yeah, I like to write.
Yeah, man. So. With this project you got out now, man, are you saying you're gonna have some downtime and you're pushing it out, man? Like, what's the plan? Are we gonna see any more visuals with this project, or are we gonna expect it more with the whole album that's soon to drop?
Yeah, I'm about to drop the Meant to Put a Hook video number 3. I'm about to drop the video for that probably like in a week. I'm probably gonna have that drop it in a week, and then by that we'll probably be into the new year, and it's just like I think by the time we get into that first month of the new January. My birthday's in January. I'm probably gonna start pushing out new shit already. You know what I'm saying? Because I got so much music that it's like I don't really like to. Once I got an opportunity to drop, I'd be like, yo, let's put it out. You got too much. Like that's where I'm at right now. Like let's put it out. Because I feel like a month or two in these days, that's like a year. And on the industry, like it's like a year. Like you put that shit out, people's on to the next shit. So I'm trying to be on to the next thing too.
You know, speaking about like loyal fan base and that, like you have been in this game for a long time. So, you know, there's people that have obviously followed you from day. You know, how easy is it for you, like recently, because, you know, I've seen your numbers and, you know, you get, considering like you've been out of the game for so long and all that, man, you get some relatively good numbers, man, on your joints. So like, you know, would you say like, you know, some people are trying so hard for their music to be here. But you're saying like your music kind of carries its weight within the little community of fan base that you've got that gets passed around? Or would you say?
For sure. Yeah. I would say definitely, because like I'm super appreciative of like all the listens I get, because I'm not like a big social media person. I don't be like doing too much on it. Like even when you reached out to me, that's why I was like, oh hell yeah, let's do it. Because it's like most DJs and stuff like that at your level, first thing they look at is like, all right, they might not even hear the music just because they might be like, yo, he don't got no followers and shit like that. So the fact that you even went beyond that and was like, yo, let me hear the music and all that, I appreciate that. So I think that one of my best things is, without a crazy social media presence, is I have one thing is that when most people hear my music, they fuck with it. That's really it. Like I would tell people, make your best music. That's all I tell people is like, yo, make your best music. Everything I make, I'm making that shit like I'm gonna, like if I heard it on the radio, not even radio, but on the internet, from the cover work, like, cause I look at all of that, cause I'm very heavy in the art. So it's just like, yo, make the best art you can make. And that's all I do. I can't really control nothing else, yo, because it's like, I don't have a crazy internet shit. I don't even go live or nothing, because it's like, that's just not me. And I just feel like, yo, your music should be you. You know what I'm saying? Like my brand is Doley. Like I don't have a character. I don't have like, I'm not this crazy person that does shit for clout. Like you're not going to see me on the internet mad hyper. And then when you talk to me, it's like, oh, he's mad calm and chill. Like what the fuck was that on the internet? Like, so it's like, I just be myself. And it's like, I tell people one thing I always told people, my favorite quote is like, yo, if they fuck with me for being me, we're rich forever.
Yo,
so
for real, man.
Let's not try too hard.
yo, for real, man. And you're talking about, like DJs that look at, fucking follows and all that shit. I'm not even interested in that shit. I'm a DJ in it, yeah. And when I came in this game, I came in this game. I didn't even choose to come in this game. I fell into it. Everyone told me I need to be playing music because I'm a music lover. I love good music. And that's what I do this about. If it pops and it's hot, I'm fucking with it. Despite if the man's got 100 followers, you know what I'm saying? Like if I hear quality and potential in someone, then I fuck with that. I don't go for political status and all the rest of it. And I think we live in a society today of the world we live in now, where a lot of people got brainwashed into this thing of clout chasing and who's got the most followers or who's got how many cars parked up on their drive. But I'm about real, man, about keeping it real. And as an old school DJ at the heart, I remember like growing up as a kid going into like record stores with my dad. Like, do you know what I mean? Like those kind of vibes, you know what I mean? Just good energy, good vibes, man. So I'm not interested in all that madness. And when I heard your music, man, I heard real music, man. I connected with it. I fuck with this, and I'm thinking, yo, man, this guy's got potential, man. So I'm going to definitely fucking show love to this, man. So 100, but I hear what you're saying, man, with like DJs and shit, man. And I think it's something I'm trying to bring into the culture is about supporting the next generation of legends, man, icons, because in anything, man, nobody stays at the top forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, people sit there and they have their clout and all that and have this moment of glory. But, there comes a time where you have to pass that limelight down to the next generation. So what are you holding on for, man? So now, man,
exactly.
We keep it real. So this project,
when
man,
I tell you not to cut you off, let me just say one thing, not to cut you off. I just gotta say, like, I really appreciate that. When I say I appreciate that, that's just not me being polite or some shit. It's like I really appreciate that because it's like that's what keeps me going on that shit for real. Like it's like there's people that like I've been lucky, I would say, like as far as like, well, not lucky, I guess I would say blessed that there's been people like you to do stuff like that, like people that playlist me, like all that type of shit. Because it's like a lot of people won't do that shit if you don't have no industry connections or you don't have like a crazy following or you're not a character already on the internet. So it's like, though, anybody who listens to my shit and just genuinely gives me a chance, like, yo, I fuck with y'all, like OD, I fuck with y'all for that. Yo, that shit real. Is like, so that's all I can ask for. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, for real, man.
That's all I can ask for.
And we all have to start somewhere. And the thing about it, when you come from, going back to what we're talking about, like, when you're trying to start something in your life and you don't come from the finances, you don't have everything, man, you need opportunity. You need someone to, and sometimes, you know what I mean? You just need that one person to like give you that motivation. So it's like, you know what I mean? But so when coming from a place like that, I know what it's like being in a position of, I remember when I was a DJ trying to just get in the clubs and I just wanted to hear someone to hear my mixtape. That's all I fucking wanted. One person to take the time to put it in and listen to it and say, yo, you know what? Give me some constructive feedback. Tell me where I need to fix up in order to get me in the clubs. And I just needed one person. I had so many people turn their fucking noses at me because, I didn't fit in a fucking box like the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? And, I know, man. This. You know this. And, just, you know this, man. We're speaking the same language. And it took just like one person to get me the shot. And, then I saw the people that didn't want to fuck with me, obviously eventually want to fuck with me. And I realized, I was in a position to turn around and say, why should I fuck with you now? And I realized, you know what? I'm not into that clout shit. So you know what? I will spend my time working with people who have that same hunger at the start of their careers, that fire of just wanting to do it just want an opportunity, want someone to appreciate what they do. Because, at the end of the day, man, all I'm about is respect. And I would rather have respect in the game than the clout any day, man.
And I fuck with that because I tell people all the time, like, yo, it's a crazy cycle. The music game is an ill cycle of like, you shitted on me when I was trying to come on, so I'm shitting on everybody when I get on. And it's just a cycle of continual assholes shitting on each other. It's like crazy. And I'm just like, yo, me personally, like, I'm not like I don't want to be crazy famous. It's like whatever comes with it comes with it. But literally, if I could live a stable life within my means, how I want to live, and just make music, then that's cool with me. You feel me? I'm not trying to be Drake. I think that's stressful as hell. You feel me? Like, I'm gonna make the best music. Like, I want to be that level of music. But I don't care to be on that level of fame and shit. Like, I want to be able to walk around and shit. So it's like, all I want to do is get to that level and put other people on. I want to be a hub. You feel me? I feel like, yo, there's people in the, like right now, the Bronx is really big, but it's like a lot of drill music. So it's like, I got an artist that I'm working with right now. He's doing like the most amazing type of fucking R&B shit. So it's like, and he's from the Bronx. He's from the trenches, but doing some ill shit. So it's like, I want to put a light on that. You feel me? I want to put a light on the other people like me. That's just like, we want to make music, classical music. We're not trying to be here for the trends and nothing like that. And no knock to like drill or nothing like that. That's what they want. If that's you, that's you. I'm just saying, like, that's not me. Like, 'cause they're closer to my son's age. You feel me? So it's like, that's not really, I can't really be a, that's like, you know, it's a weird thing to me. It's like, I'm gonna stay at my maturity level and make music for people up here at this maturity level.
Nah, so, man, I completely hear you. I think, you know, everything comes down in this world is to finding your own identity. And there's a lot of people out there that experiment in trying to find an identity of, you know, where they fit in. And until they realize, you know what, you don't fit in anywhere until you can learn to be yourself. So
no, that's a bar. No, that's a bar.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I better copyright that. But you know what I'm saying? It's real fucking talk, man. So 100, man. So this project you got coming out, man, in the new year, man, like, what is the key number one principle that you want people to take from this?
From the project? Well, as far as the story of the music, I feel like what people are going to get from the story of the music, what it portrays, because it's damn near like a biopic. I try to put most of my music is biography of my life. So it's like, I just tell y'all what I see and what I go through. And I think what people's going to get from this is, yo, this shit isn't easy. Shit is not easy. Like, a lot of people, especially where we from, it's just like, they look at it like, yo, you know, you just be traveling the world doing whatever the fuck you want. And it's like, man, ain't none of that shit free. Ain't none of this shit free. Ain't none of this shit easy. Man, I've been doing this shit a long time, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, even though I took breaks and shit, I always gonna have a love for it. So it's like, they just gotta understand that once I start rolling it out and people get the name of the project and all that, they'll really understand it more. But I think that's what people are gonna get from it. Like, yo, this shit is not easy. I ain't never had no deal. I ain't never have none of that shit. So everything been out my pocket. And this shit is just not all glamour and shit, you know? Shit ain't an Instagram fucking highlight. Like, I'm really trying to get through that shit. Like, stop watching people on the gram and thinking that they ain't going through real life shit.
I think that's the thing, isn't it, man? Like, you know, I speak to so many different people, and, you know, everyone loves, you know, the thing about the social media world, you know, it's a marketing tool, isn't it? So, you know, you can create a life that you want to fucking create as much as you want. Do you know what I mean? And make people believe that shit. But you know, the end of the day, people need to remember that every single fucking human in this world is human, and everybody goes through the fucking real life shit, man. You know, the heartache, the people doing the dirty on you, people fucking you over, you know, just the up roller coaster. There's no fucking straight line. So no matter how much money you sitting on in your big mansion and all that shit, man, you're still going to have the same problems as the guys living in the ghetto, and probably even worse, because as the saying goes, more money, more problems.
Yo, for real. And it's like, yo, I had somebody tell me one day, they was like, yo, $5 million is the worst amount of money to have. And I was like, the fuck? I was like, yo, what the fuck? And they was like, yo, they're just in that middle space, man. You can only do but so much until you get to that next level. But it's like, you have to maintain that shit, trying to maintain that shit. And that's why I be trying to tell people, it's like, yo, the more you get, the more you got to maintain. And people seem to forget that part of it. Of course, if you get a certain amount of money, you're going to treat yourself good, treat your kids, your family. But it's like, you got to maintain that. Nobody just wants that for 3 days and then you back to being poor. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you got to maintain that. And that's like a big thing with me, where I'm just like, want people to see that, where it's just like, yo, none of this shit is easy. And people would think like, yo, you just an asshole, you not returning calls, you not fucking with nobody. And it's like, nah, it's none of that. It's just like, yo, I'm trying to get to a certain space where I can have time to fuck with people and make return calls. You know what I'm saying? because I got goals, yo. I got shit that I look at it like, yo, my brother ain't make it to 30. I got my fucking cousin ain't make it to 26. You feel me? So it's like, yo, I don't know. You never know when you gonna go, but I got a kid, I got a family that I gotta make sure when I go, they good. So it's like, that's what I be focused on. And I think that's another thing that people gonna get, like, yo, bro, I'm not just this fucking cold asshole that don't fuck with nobody. Like, it's not that. My name is Doley, but it's because, you feel me? But it's because, like, yo, I'm just trying to get to a certain space for my fam, bro. I wasted a lot of time just fucking up in the streets, all types of shit where you just like, you more focus on your name out there than what your mama named you. You feel me? So it's just like, I had to really get back and be like, yo, let me do it for what my mama named me. You know what I mean? But I named my son. So it's like, I think people would get that out of this. And besides that, it's just another level of music. Like, it's fucking musical for real. Like, it's a musical. Like, I was very hands-on with this. My fucking partner, Amos, he's from Toronto. That's my producer. And like, we was very hands-on with this one. I flew out there to Toronto to finish it. Like, we didn't do the back and forth, sending tracks. We went out there, did it together. So I'm excited about it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, man.
I'm definitely excited about it.
So, like, talking about labels then, man, what would you ever sign?
Yeah. I wouldn't say never, but my biggest thing is like, yo, everybody knows my favorite word is leverage. Yeah. Like, niggas know, like, I have a daughter, her middle name gonna be leverage. Like, yo, like, that's how deep I feel about leverage. I just think it's a beautiful word, but I understand the concept of it too. So it's like, I wouldn't sign now because I'm very realistic. Like, I'm not one of them people that's like, oh, I got 1 million streams, I'm popping. Motherfuckers got 225 million streams on one song. So it's like, I'm very realistic in that field. Like, yo, I got a lot of work to do as far as the fan base and build it. But yeah, I would sign with the right leverage where I could get a good deal. I wouldn't do it now because it just doesn't make no sense. Like, it's just like every other thing in this game. When people think like they're saving you, they ain't gonna give you no good type of deal. Like, they gotta feel like, yo, we're saving each other, or we're helping each other, I should say, for them to even try to give you something even fucking near reasonable. So I would wait. I'll hold it out, but I would do it for the right amount. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, man. So, like, when you putting your music out, man, how confident are you? Like, because to me, it seems like you know, you say you're not into the social media and all the rest of it and that, but it seems to me you know how to put a project out there. Do you know what I mean? You know, to shine a light on it. You know, how is that through connections of people, or just through, would you say, the fan base over the years?
I would say it's probably both, because it's like, one thing is like, I'm a project driven person. Like, I'm not really a person like that goes into like the studio on some like, I'm trying to find a single. So it's like, I'm never single driven. Like, I get into them zones where I'm like, all right, yo, it's usually like, yo, I'm going through this in my life. This is the certain part of it. This is the story for right now. That's literally how I do most of my projects. So it's like my brother, Gangsta, that's fucking in jail right now, free him. He always used to say to me, yo, how the fuck do you keep making up new raps? Like, he's like, yo, how the fuck you, man? I'm like, yo, bro, it's just this period of time. I'm like, we still living, right? We going outside every day. We have shit going on. I'm like, it's just this time. So it's like, I always go into it like that. So it's like, when it comes to projects, that's why I'm so good at like making the story. And then, like I told you, I'm really in the film and art. So as far as releasing it, I just always look at it kind of like, yo, how would I release a film if I had the money? I just try to do everything like, yo, if I had this budget, what would I do? And then I simplify it to what I can afford. So that's basically my formula for everything.
You kind of
the trailers, all that. I usually, sorry to cut you off, but like even the trailer for Is It Cold Yet? I shot all of that. Like, if I'm traveling, I usually got my camera on me, so I shoot everything. And then like my team, the good work that I usually work with on film, they did most of all my videos since I started re-releasing stuff. I just go to them like, yo, let's put some cool chops on this. Let's like do this. Let's do that. Let's put voices under here. So I'm just like, yo, hands on with a lot of that art shit. So the music is like the easy part for me, and then the art part is the fun part.
Yo, man. It sounds like you think businessly. Do you know what I mean? Like, you got like a very good like way of thinking strategically. You know, some people like just, you know, put things out, hope for the best, but it sounds like, you know, you're making your music, and also you know what vision and how to implement things in place for it to kind of like work out, you know, and get the best result that you can get out of it.
Yeah, just trying to manufacture a little bit of luck.
yo, man. Well, man, it's
put
working.
Your best foot forward.
Yo, man, it's working, man.
That's all I do. Put my best foot forward, man.
Yo, for real, man. So the focus is the project, man. Tell me, have you performed anywhere? Have you done any kind of like performance in clubs or that? Is anything popping like that for you at the minute? We're not there yet.
Nah, I have crazy shit. Is like I've done performances. Like I used to be on them circuits, like South by Southwest, North by North, all of those type of shit. Fader Fort. I done a lot of those. Like SOBs in New York. Like my first show was SOBs and I like opened up for Travis Scott back in the day. Like it's like I did a lot of those. So now with the re-release and being that most of the stuff I released came out in 2019, and then we went straight into COVID shit 2020. It's just that I kind of feel like that helped me, where it's like, all right, I'm gonna go about it a different type of way instead of like trying to like me personally. I feel like instead of trying to get all these openers and trying to open for people, I'm more like, yo, let's build the fan base first and let's see like what the scarcity of me performing does, where people are gonna be. Let's get the demand up. Basically, once I get the demand up, it's like, all right, let's go. Like I love to perform, so it's like let's do it. But I just don't want to go back to doing like just doing random openings where nobody's really here to see you. You know what I mean? It's like we could do the audition. We could kind of do the auditions online now.
Yo, for real,
it's like
man.
It's a little different with the whole internet shit. It's like, cause that's like kind of, we could do those online basically with the auditions. Like let's just build the fan base. Let's get some people that want to see me, and let's fucking have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it good for both of us.
Seriously, man. Why put yourself in a position to be second best, man, when you can sit down and work on your shit, man?
Exactly. Like if it makes sense. Like there's certain people I would love to like I would love to like go on a tour with like J. Cole, you know what I mean? Or Freddie Gibbs. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like there's certain crowds that even if they never heard my music, just off who they're coming to see, I know what they're coming to hear some real shit. So I know that it won't take me long to sway them. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, then there's certain people that I love, like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's certain people like Kodak, one of my favorite rappers, but I don't know if I should open for him when nobody knows who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Like there's certain people that I just really fuck with their music, but it's like I don't think it will work as far as like me being on tour opening it for them. You know what I mean? As far as the crowd.
Nah, I hear you, man. What do you think's changed from when you first started like hitting the music game back in the day to now, man? Like, how would you say it's changed?
Shit, everything. Because it's like, yo, literally, because it's like when I was dropping in like 2014 and all that, and blogs was popping. Like, so it's like it was one of them things where it's like, yo, but it's different and the same kind of, because it's like when certain people at blogs was fucking with you, you was getting a good position. You know what I'm saying? If you goes back to the having the best type of music you can make. When they heard it, if they fucked with it and it was really good, you might get on Fader. Like you could get a high, like that high Pitchfork review. I didn't know what Pitchfork was when I got it. So I didn't even think of it as nothing, but everybody was like, oh shit, you on Pitchfork, you got an 8 on Pitchfork. And I'm like, what that mean? I was more hyped about being on XXL at the time. And I didn't even know. Like, so it's like, but I think that everything changed with that, where it don't matter about none of that no more. You put your shit out, go to TuneCore, put your shit out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you get a fan base, nobody can tell you nothing. Like the whole shit completely changed. They don't give you fan bases. Fan bases, they want your fan base now.
Yeah.
Labels is coming to you for your fan base. They're not coming there because you got talent, or you could be the worst artist in the fucking world. If they see a fan base, you will get a deal before any motherfucker with talent that doesn't have a fan base.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's completely different now. Nobody looks for talent.
All right. So kind of coming to my next question. So would you say it's changed for better or for worse? Or would you say there's a 50-50 on both sides?
That's a good question. I want to say worse, but I can say I guess there's a 50-50 because it made it better for artists that I guess it's a 50-50 because it's like there's really good artists that it helps them in a good way. You got the Chance the Rappers and all of that. But then it does fucking dilute so much shit because you have so much bullshit. So much bullshit. You got like what they say, like 90,000 tracks dropped on a Friday, like crazy. Like, and a lot of that is bullshit. So it just made like all right, so this is the way I'll answer that question. I tell everybody this. The reason one of the main reasons where I feel like the mystique and just the like scarcity of attention, as far as me, is like even part of my brand damn near, because that's who I really am. It's like I don't like all that attention shit. Like, yo, I always tell people like, yo, if y'all knew who the fuck Picasso was, like his real fucking personality, we would probably hate that motherfucker. We probably wouldn't even look at his paintings, yo. It's like, yo, because I'm just like, yo, niggas didn't go to fucking, they didn't go to their art exhibits and do stand-up first. You know what I'm saying? Like they just gave y'all their paintings and y'all judged them for their work. Y'all judged them for their art. And I just want to get back to that because I'm like, I tell my son all the time, man, I feel bad for you. Because when I was growing up, I wanted to be like rappers. I was like, I know y'all kids don't want to be like rappers no more. Like, this shit is whack as fuck. Like, we see too much of it. It's too much violence because we're super overexposed. People damn near losing their minds trying to be like rappers. When I was a kid looking up to Jay-Z and Nas, I did not fucking know what Jay-Z was doing all day. I didn't know what Nas was doing all day. I looked at these niggas like, I knew they was humans, but it was like a different level of human. It's like, yo, they're making the illest shit and they're just in another world. And now it's like, everybody just feels like, I don't know, it's weird to me, man. But that's why I say that, like, I wouldn't want to be a rapper now. Like, if I was a kid now, I wouldn't look up to rappers and shit. I'd be like, this shit is wild regular. When I was a kid, I looked up to rap. Like, I wanted to be in Jay-Z's position, I should say. I wanted to be in Nas's position. I don't want to be in nobody's position right now. You know, you feel me? Like, even the rappers' positions, I want to be like, right now, I want to be in like a Wiz Khalifa currency position. Making millions just out the fucking way. Like, not on fucking Shade Room, not on every blog. Academics ain't reporting on me, but I'm still got my core fan base and fucking, I'm making money. You know what I mean?
Yo, no doubt, man.
Look at it.
Yo, man, no doubt, man. And you know what? That's the vibe I get from your music right now, man. And that's why I fuck with you, man, because it's like you're not out there. You know, I you know, other than what you put out there, man, I don't know fuck all about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then when you come out with hot shit. Do you know what I mean? I think that's what the music game is about. And now, like you say, it's turned into this, you know, fucking circus of, you know, popularity contest nowadays. So, so my dog, new project on the way, you know.
Yes, sir.
Self-investment. I like it 100, dog. Man, I fuck with you 100. I salute you. I
appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I salute you for taking the time out, man. I'm glad we've officially made this happen. And man, you know, we're going to stay connected for sure, my homie.
Yeah, for sure. I'll be out there too, man. I'll be in London a lot. So
yeah,
I'll be out there next year. I go there at least there like twice a year. So
sweet, definitely. Man. Yeah, sweet, man. Well, you just come out for like the pleasure of just the lifestyle out here, just for a break, change of scenery.
I work out there a lot. Nice. Out there a lot. Two of my close, like my close like friends, producers, SOS, they from out there. So I be out there with them a lot. They did like a lot of Wretch Street too. Like I be working with like him a lot. Like, so I be out there with a couple people.
Nice. Wretch. Yeah. Do you know what? Actually, I saw Wretch like one of your things still, man. I was just like, yo, Wretch knows this guy, man.
Yeah, that's my dog, yo. One of my favorite rappers, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's one of my favorite rappers, man. Yeah. I had the pleasure of like being around him when he made his like, not the last project he put out, but his last album. And I had the pleasure of being around him while he was making it from LA to London. I was around him. So I was like, bro, I look at him like I look at Nas and I'm like,
yo,
he's
for real,
really
man.
Like different level.
you know what? He's, you know, there was this debate about a year ago about, you know, the hottest UK rappers, and his name got brought up, but it was kind of like, you know, going back to our subject of clout, because Wretch is one of those guys, he's out of the scene. So he's like, he's made great music in the UK. Everybody loves his shit. Everything when he drops, it's a big thing. It does the J. Cole, the Kendrick kind of vibe where, you know, he's off the radar and then he comes out and drops something and everybody wants to fuck with his shit. But he's not in that bubble. Do you know what I'm saying? Which I think
I know.
Yo, yeah, you know, yo, for real, man. So you know,
I respect him a lot, yo. That's why I respect him a lot. He's not like even when I met him, because I didn't know a lot about him when I met him. So he was just cool as fuck. Like, I heard him rap before I knew who he was. I was like, what the fuck? I was in there, he was recording. I was like, yo, who is that? And he telling me who he is. I went, like, literally that day, I probably went and listened to like a couple of his projects, and I was like, oh shit. And then I started chilling with him for like a year. And I was like, yo, he's really that, but he's really like a sensei damn near. Like he's really a really like smart fucking dude right there. Smart dude.
Man, definitely, man. I think he's definitely one of the rare ones in the UK, that's for sure, man.
Yeah, but I can see that. I'm pretty sure like by the time I put out all these projects, they might not fucking be like, yo, when they say the best in New York, but I'm cool with that. As long as I'm getting paid. And that's everybody know I got that shit.
Yo, man. Long as you got contentment and happiness in your life, man. That's all that matters, dog. That's all it's about, man. Well, Doley, man, I salute you, dog.
All right, yo, it's your boy Doley. We locked in the DJ Astonish, man. Good looking. I fucking love the show. Appreciate you, man.
So if you try, you can die. When that gun sing loud, she sing la 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 la, yeah. So if you try, you can die. When that gun sing loud, she sound like la 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 la, yeah. My dog called, said he trying, said I'm trying too. My bitch telling me I lie, bitch be lying too. Streets ain't never tied, so I keep up with that on too. I know they killing rappers, street niggas is dying too.